Looks like I will have to present like this. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, there you go. I'm pointing them both. Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Morning Movement. I'm your host, Imran Ghani, and today we're going to be doing yoga for mixed states. In the textbooks, in the medical journals, for someone diagnosed with bipolar disorder, someone who is experiencing a mixed state is not only experiencing symptoms of mania, those symptoms that include such things as high energy, hyperactivity, racing thoughts, irritability, and a lot of irrational behavior, a lot of reckless behavior, and at the same time experiencing symptoms of depression. It's a bizarre phenomenon to feel on top of the world and then to also feel intense emotions of sadness, suicidal ideation, and either someone is experiencing them at the same time or rapidly vacillating in between mania and depression, and that's known as rapid cycling. So if that might be something that you're experiencing, then this is a place for you. What I'd like to do, and what I learned to do during my own experience with mixed states, was to realize that I was vacillating in between two extremes very rapidly, and that in order to get out of that loop is to find a place in between, to center myself. And so today we are going to attempt to center ourselves with a series of balance poses. The practices we'll be doing, they will be balance poses for the purpose of the symbol of seeking balance, and then we will begin by returning to the breath. And so I'm joined by one of my clients today live, and those of you who have joined live, welcome to today's class. And I've heard from some of you that you're not available Sunday mornings, but that after a busy day work, you join in the evening. So thank you so much for the support. Please remember to subscribe and to like these videos so that we can reach out to more people in need of support. So go ahead and take a seat in a comfortable seated position. I am sitting with my legs out in front of me this morning, but you can also sit in easy pose. You can sit in a chair. Now let's begin by straightening our spine, broadening our shoulders, opening up our chest, and relieving tension from our neck as if our head is floating on water. And we take a deep inhale with the nose and exhale. Inflate the belly with the inhale and exhale with the nose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to repeat the affirmation or repeat the words that while we inhale, we say to ourselves, I know that I am inhaling. And when I exhale, I say, I know that I am exhaling. This way, when we are present with our breathing, we aren't worried about the future and we're not dwelling on the past. A famous statement reads as follows, which is that worrying about the past and stressing about the future does nothing to solve the problem. It only takes away from the present joy. So when we acknowledge our breath, we become present, we become stable, and we begin to experience joy. So take a deep inhale and say to yourself, I know that I am inhaling. And exhale, I know that I am exhaling. Let's do that on our own for five rounds for the next 2 to 3 minutes. Inhale and exhale. I know that I am inhaling. I know that I am exhaling. If thoughts crash your mind, disturb the meditation, that's okay. Let them wash over like the waves of the ocean and come back to the breath. Take one final inhale, the biggest inhale of your morning. Hold for 7 seconds. And exhale. Let's inhale up and raise our hands. And cactus arms. Inhale up. Cactus arms. Exhale. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Open up the chest. Inhale up. And cactus arms. Invert your cactus arms. Grab your hands behind your back and extend forward. Extend your elbows straight and send your shoulders back. Shine your heart forward. Look up. Extend the throat muscles and take a deep inhale. Deep inhale. And you cough. If you cough like I normally do, that's okay. Let's come into a squat position. Kind of ease into the squat. Make your feet about 30 degrees wide. Bring your hands together. From here, I'm going to take my left hand onto my right knee and look up and raise my right arm up and breathe. Look down, look up, look down, look up. All right, I'll place my right hand onto my left knee and I will turn my shoulder, raise my left hand up, look up, look down, look up, look down. You'll notice I'm not as flexible right now. That's because I've kind of jumped into this position while my body is still warming up. That's okay. Now from here, I'm going to get into a plank pose. And I'm still figuring out how to record and go live with the camera. And I'm still trying to figure out how to switch from portrait mode to landscape mode. So if my body is outside of the frame, I'm going to prefer to keep my head in the frame and my legs out. So let's come into plank position. And from here, we shift into downward facing dog. We'll pedal our knees. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. I'm going to bring my knees down to the floor, pat the tops of my feet on the ground, and from here I'll do a series of cat-cows. So again, for a mixed state, when someone is jumping from high to low, high to low, high to low, cat-cow is an amazing asana for centering ourselves and for relieving that excess energy that tips us over into mania, and also rejuvenating us outside of or back out of the marshy waters of depression into a place of stability and balance. So we will raise our tailbone, drop our stomach, raise our chest, look up, inhale, and then exhale, drop the tailbone, raise the stomach, look down with the chest, raise the upper back, and drop our necks. And that's where we exhale. So inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll come back. shake our tails. That coughing is actually a good thing because it's sort of clearing up the phlegm, the junk. Right now the seasons are changing here down in Texas. And so undulating the breath pathway is one of those things that, in my experience, has helped me clear my throat and my passages. So, all right. From here, we're going to widen our knees and sit back into child's pose. Let gravity do the work of opening up the hips, opening up the spine. And we'll kind of come back up. And now from here, we want to get into downward facing dog. And I want to walk all the way up to my hands. And from here, I'll come up and just hang out. I'll grab both ends of my elbows and allow gravity to do the work and release all of the weight on my head, the 8 pounds that I carry all day long. Just let it go and allow for traction in my cervical vertebra, those bones right here, kind of that get crunched up all day behind my throat. I'm going to drop my hands, and from here, I'm going to rise up, take a deep inhale with my hands up, and come back down, my hands to my side. All right, now that we've sort of activated our core muscles, we've got the breath work, we've got more oxygen in our blood vessels, let's go ahead and seek to do one of the most well-known and most photogenic yoga poses called Warrior 2. So the way we're going to set up for Warrior 2 is we're going to come to the front end of our yoga mat. We're going to come to the front end of our yoga mat. Hope I'm still in the camera frame. And from here, we're going to do a series of chair pose and coming back up and giving ourselves a small heart opener to fire up the quadricep muscles, because that's what we're going to need when we do Warrior 2. So just follow me. I'm going to send my hips backwards and come into a pose called chair pose or fierce pose, and try to really mimic the shape of a chair. So inhale down, and exhale, push back up. Keep pushing, send your hands back. Create a little heart opener, look up. There we go. So back down into chair pose. Keep the back straight. And down or up. Inhale down. Exhale back up. Inhale down. Exhale back up. Send the hands back. Chest up. Head up. Inhale down. And exhale up. You'll start to feel some warmth, which is fantastic. Inhale down. And we're going to stay down. You're doing great. Feel your heart rate rising, the heat generating in the body. And we come back up. Well done. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Okay. Now, from here, I want you to pretend that you are on a railroad track. I want you to pretend that your feet are on both ends of this railroad track. And what we're going to do is we're going to send both of our feet onto the left railroad track. And so we're going to be standing on one railroad where our left foot is going to be in the front and our right foot we're going to send back. So just watch from here. I'm going to take an inhale into fierce pose. And from here, I'm going to lift my right foot and send it back onto that straight line, onto the monorail. Right now when I'm standing, I imagine that my feet are on railroad tracks. Yep. And when I come down into chair pose, I'm going to either I can lift my foot. If I can't lift my foot, I can just put my toe on the ground and I can go back into this warrior two pose. Now we build this pose from the ground up, where we seek to make our left shin perpendicular to the ground. We aspire to make our left thigh parallel to the ground, and our right foot, which is perpendicular, perfectly behind our left foot, is the toes are facing towards the top right of our yoga mat. And from here, we will raise our hands up and look through our fingers, our left fingers. And we will keep our right hand up. There we go. And breathe. You are strong, you are capable, and you are balancing. Often, sometimes, which is a mistake that I often make, is I'll bend too much forward or too much backward. Try to neutralize the spine. And we've been in this for a while. So let's take a little break by extending our left knee, reaching back, placing our right hand on the right side of our right knee, our right hand on the right side of our right knee, raising our left hand and going farther back until we feel the stretch in our intercostal muscle. And then we sink back into warrior two. Our left toes facing the front, our shin perpendicular to the ground, our hands parallel to the ground and our spine neutral. And our necks, you can look back to see if your right hand is parallel with your left. And you look forward and through your front fingers. And breathe. We'll take a break, straighten our left knee, reverse warrior, bring our right hand to the right of our right knee, our left, up, looking up. And we come back. Great job. Now our feet stay on that monorail. Go ahead and make them face towards the screen. Make your toes face towards me. And from here, we'll take an inhale, raise our hands up. And exhale, forward fold. Let gravity do the work again of creating space, opening up your hamstring muscles, your lower back, and drop all of the weight of your neck. Drop all of the weight of your neck so that it dangles weightless. And breathe. And come back up. This time, what I'd like to do is to inhale up with my hands, exhale, cactus arms, really squeeze those shoulder blades together, back, 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 and invert your cactus arms. And then take hold of your hands behind your back. Straighten the arms so that sends the shoulders back. And from here, we're going to forward fold and we're going to aspire to look at our belly button. So inhale, down. And let go of the weight of your neck, of your head. And let go of your hands, let them come down. And one vertebra at a time, come back up. Take as much time as you need. We have nowhere to go, no one to see, but just ourselves. All right, now we're gonna do Warrior Two on the other end, where with my right toes, I'm going to face them to the right side of my room. I'm going to shift my left toes to a 45-degree angle, and they're going to be exactly behind my right foot. Now I'm going to sink in so that my shin is perpendicular to the ground, and I'm aspiring to make my thigh parallel to the ground. And from here, I will raise my hands, make my back face the wall behind me, raise my right and left so that they're equally, And from here, look to my right through my right fingers and breathe. I know that I'm inhaling. I know that I'm exhaling. That's one of the challenges of these Hatha yoga positions, is whether or not we can return to our intention and our meditation even in these sort of strenuous positions. And we'll take a break, extend the right knee, bring our left hand to our left knee, raise our right hand above our heads, and we look up, making sure that our right arm is to the right of our vista. And we'll come back down, sink the right knee back into Warrior Two. If you're feeling the wobble, that's okay. If you're feeling the pump, that's okay. Take a break, extend your right knee, bring your left hand to the left side of your left knee, raise your right arm, look up, and take a deep inhale. And we'll come back down into Warrior Two. Boy, that's been pretty challenging. Ooh, we can raise, drop our arms, straighten our right knee, kind of shimmy our toes and our feet back to the center. Wow, great job. We've really fired up our legs. And I hope you feel a sense of balance, you feel a sense of strength. Going through a mixed state is not easy. It really does require one to be a warrior. And so Warrior Two is something that I hope has brought out the warrior spirit in you to keep battling, and that knowing full well, knowing the hope of the promise that it'll pass, it'll end the intensity of mania, the intensity of depression, and the even greater intensity of vacillating in between these two extremes. There is an expiration date for these awful symptoms, and that you can find a place of healing. So let's come back down to the ground. We've been on our feet for quite some time. Let's come into easy pose, bringing our feet cross-legged in front of us or one foot in front of the other, whatever is comfortable for you. If it's difficult to sit this way, you can get a pillow or a block and place it underneath. That will raise your hips. And from here, we will come into a final meditation, coming back to the meditation that we did in the beginning, that when we find ourselves in a state where we are vacillating rapidly in between mania and depression, or we are experiencing them at the same time, those of you who know what it's like know that you can experience euphoria, mania, rage, all of these feelings, and feel depression and sadness and suicidal ideation at the same time. let's return to the breath first and foremost. So take a deep inhale with the nose and repeat the mantra, I know that I'm inhaling. And when exhaling, I know that I am exhaling. If in a state of mania, then to slow down the breath. Take deep diaphragmatic breaths that are 5 seconds long for the inhale, 5 seconds long for the exhale. If you can't do 5 seconds, that's okay. Start with 2 seconds, 3 seconds. But gradually, with deeper breaths, you'll be able to extend it to 5 seconds. Deep inhale together. And exhale. Inhale. I know that I'm inhaling. Exhale. I know that I am exhaling. Continue breathing deeply, diaphragmatically, inhaling your stomach first when you inhale, and deflating the stomach last when exhaling. Let's perform a scan of our body by taking our awareness to our toes. Wiggle your toes. Is your toe warm? Is it cold? Is it dry? Is it moist? Take your awareness to your ankles. To your shins, to your calf muscles, to your knees, to your thighs. Boy, are they feeling warm. Take your awareness to your hips, your groin, to your navel, to your stomach, to your heart. Feel the beating of the heart. Take your awareness to your throat, your shoulders. Take your awareness to your jaw. And loosen your jaw. Relax the jaw. Open your mouth wide as you can. Stick your tongue out. Take your awareness to your nose, your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead. Relax the eyebrows. Relax the temple. Take your awareness to the crown of your head. And now, if you're sitting down, switch your legs. Keep our hips even. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. And now, on your own, take the awareness from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes. And we'll take our time. Simply observe the sensations of the body. We have nowhere to go, nowhere to be, except for here and in the now. If you become distracted, your thoughts crash and take you away from your practice, that's okay. Reel yourself back. Find the place of the body where you left off and continue. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. But if you're ready to, if you've made it to the toes, go ahead and wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands, your fingers, open your eyes. And we have reached the end of our practice. Now, if you are experiencing a mixed state, vacillating rapidly between mania and depression and everything in between, or experiencing them at the same time, know that this too shall pass. One piece of advice that I'd like to leave you with is the mystery of the healing process is a synergistic process. In the 5 pillars of recovery, bipolar recovery, there is sleep, nutrition, movement, mindfulness, community. There isn't one thing that will alleviate your or help you in the healing. It will alleviate symptoms, but all 5 of these combined create this synergistic effect that is a mysterious healing that I experienced. And what I am reaching out to all of you to try for yourselves. And one of the things about healing a chronic illness that today does not have a cure, it doesn't have a pill, it doesn't have a vaccine, it doesn't have a therapy or a treatment that can completely cure you in one go, is that one must come to know themselves. This is your challenge, this is your healing journey. And so maybe these 5 pillars are not sufficient for you, and that you will have to go through the process of trial and error under the guidance always of a medical professional of a health professional. But my hope and my belief, my strong belief, is that the 5 pillars of bipolar recovery that I teach on my website, I've written a book as well. Um, these are surefire ways that will not only supplement any medication or psychotherapy that you're going through, but that they are ways that will heal you. I was told numerous times that I would be on medication for the rest of my life, that all I could do was deal with symptoms, and that I would just have to regulate and get through life. If you are in a state of not believing such advice like I was, then consider visiting my website, coming to Sunday morning movement every week. Consistency is key. Read my book, The 5 Pillars of Bipolar Recovery. Check out my pre-recorded classes. And if you would like to work one-on-one, you're welcome to do so. I'm happy to work with you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this provides you incredible value, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.